What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mary and Ghana Show here on Instagram. Tonight we're going to discuss levels. Every time people talk is about being levels to this ish. So what are your levels? What truly are your levels? You see, a lot of people miss out on a lot of things that could be good for them because people like to, sometimes not by their own doing, sometimes misguidedness, but people seem to overvalue themselves these days. And a question we have to start asking ourselves is, what level are we on? Because what level you're on is what you could garner on a sexual market. Sexual market being, if you're a woman, what type of man is fit for you? Meaning not what you solely based off what you desire, but what are you able to attract and why? And are you satisfied with that? So this is what I want to discuss tonight. What level are you on? When I see levels, I look at it as being lower level, middle level, upper level, and elite. So out of one of the four, you have to determine which one is you. For men, our levels are dictated by our accomplishments in life, how well we're known in our circles, not just our friends and family, but those outside of those circles. How well are we known? What have we accomplished in life up to the point that we put ourselves on the marketplace? You see, men and women are just like the opposite. Men level grows as they get older and achieve more in life. Women, their levels decrease when their age is high. So women, their levels are at the highest when they're young, in their youth. For men, the majority are at their highest levels when they're in a mature age. I would say late 30s to mid 40s is pretty much the prime for a man to be in. Because by the age of 40, most men have accomplished the majority of what they're going to accomplish. And you can pretty much see their path in life and what else is there to come after that. With women, it's once you pass a certain stage, certain age, it really devalues the older you get. And I don't think a lot of women agree with that, but it doesn't change that as a fact of the matter. A lot of women understand, or they seem to understand, that with age, experience, and their accomplishments, that they become more valuable to a man. Not understanding that you become less valuable to a man because of your age, because of your experience, and your accomplishments are mimicking that of a man. It's men who are look upon themselves to be the one to say, hey, look what I accomplished, so that, the one that I choose to be with for the rest of my life could see these things. But when you're a woman and you base your whole life off your career, and that is the forefront of any and everything that you put first in life, it's repercussions to everything. Everything that we do in life is about an outcome. Outcomes. I always say this, outcomes. Everything that you do in life, there's going to be an outcome. There's stipulations, there's stipulations and there's consequences put on every decision that we make in life. Some of us are able to overcome, some of us are not. More times than not, a man can overcome mistakes when he's in his youth, even when he's in his prime, and still have a way out to remake himself over and over. Most women don't have that opportunity because, like I said, the most valuable thing that a woman could give to a man is her youth and her inexperience. Because a man looks at that and knows that all those years ahead is for him and him alone. That's the way we look at things. Like it or not, that's just the way it is. And it seems like that a lot of women have been mistaught or influenced by social media, influenced by the novels that we used to read back in the 80s and 90s and so forth. that everything was about love, love story that, love story this. One thing people don't seem to understand is that love is not a feeling of emotion that overcomes you when you first meet somebody. That's called lust. And to this very day, we continue to get lust mixed up with love. Love happens over the course of years, decades. That's love. Love is something that you build up throughout the years. You become able to depend on each other. But lust is just that. And that's why when people say, oh, I used to love him or I used to love her, but I don't feel that way anymore. That's not love, that's lust. You can't turn love on and off regardless of what it is that you go through. Now, someone could not be for you after so many years of building with them, and you see, hey, I got to walk away from this, but you never stop loving that person. You're not out to hurt that person regardless. You just go your way. And I really think it's time that we grasp that concept, that love and lust, they're not the same. And you have to understand your levels. See, a woman could work at a McDonald's at the age of 20 years old and be beautiful and still be at her highest level. A man can't work at McDonald's, fast food restaurant, at the age of 20 and be at his highest level. He's at his lowest peak. But that woman, because she's beautiful, she's young, she's at her highest. It doesn't matter where she works. Men don't count that. Men don't look for that. Most men who have accomplished something in life, they actually look for a woman who haven't gotten far in life, because they want to be the savior. I mean, that's that ego with all men. But even more so with men who have accomplished a lot, that they want to be the black knight that swipes in and save someone from all the predicaments that lie ahead of them possibly. So I think it's imperative that a lot of women today start understanding that your best opportunity to make the right decisions is when you're young. Because when you make bad decisions for the whole 10 years between 20 and 30, it's really hard to come out of that. Especially when kids are coming out of those mistakes. The average man, when I say average man, I'm just saying the majority of men. The average man do not want to start a family with someone who already has a family. The average man wants his own family, to build his own. He wants that womb, whatever comes out that womb, to be his first. Now, there are scenarios or situations that, that might not be the case. But for more so than not, that is the case. So I would say that, knowing that that is the case, why would you put yourself on an end scope of things where, it's a small chance. By making these mistakes, it's only a small chance that you still get what it is that you want to get. You have to think about that. And when you do make those mistakes, who are you qualified to be with? Because the majority of people are not qualified to be with the type of person that they desire to be. And a lot of that, like I said, is because being influenced on what we see on TV, what we see in movies and videos and so forth. That's all just people's minds is being influenced on things that are outside of their own control. If you want to control what it is that you can control, you have to understand your level. And understanding your level will help you make better decisions in life and not wait on something that's not going to happen. Let's see if we got this right. Okay, what is this? So, levels. There's levels to this ish. If you're a man, and another thing people got to understand that just because a man makes money doesn't mean a woman is going to want him. Even though women are the ones who are supposed to hold the most beauty, there are women who still women still have to be attracted to the man that they're with. You can't just be looking like Biggie Smalls running around and saying you got $1 million and expect to find someone who's truly going to be there for the next 40, 50 years with you. If they're there just for the money, when the money runs out or things go sour, then they're going to be on the next gravy train. That's the way things work. And even with men, that goes on with men who are getting with these women who are way out of their class because they made a couple dollars through whatever it is that they've done. A lot of things that we do today because of technology, we can make money off it today and be broke tomorrow. So there's no really real guarantee as far as lifelong stability in a lot of things. I don't know, what is that buzzing? Right, let me go down here. Scroll down my little phone here. Notification of sale. My little Shopify. But again, men make this mistake and women make this mistake. We've all made this mistake in our lives at some point in time if we already in our mid-20s. More than likely over the age of 20, sometimes even in high school. You notice in high school that a lot of times a person you're attracted to in high school, 10 years later, you say to yourself, wow, I don't know how I was attracted to that person, not even my type. And that happens a lot because people don't mature up until a certain age. Women, they say mature faster than men. Most women can look at a man and know whether they're attracted to him or not. And more times than not, it'll remain that way over the course of years, as long as that man keep himself together. And the same thing goes with women. It's like you can't get with someone, marry someone, and then completely just let yourself go and think they're going to be happy with that. They might still stick around, but why would you want to put someone through that? It doesn't really make sense. If you go in a relationship being at a particular level, the only way to go is up. But just because you go up don't mean you change our partners, especially when it's marriage. Y'all should be able to do that together. She level up on her looks and her ability to be submissive, and he level up on his ability to provide and protect and direct his home. Oh, yeah. Wave to you too. So that's what we're discussing here. What is your level? And are you satisfied with it? And if not, what are you willing to do to boost your level? Because we all have a level. Everybody can't be on the same level. A million women can't want the same man. I mean, they could want, but you can't have. So you have to understand, what are you likely to connect yourself with? What type of man? As far as looks, as far as finances, as far as strength, masculinity, women look for these things in men. Not all men have all these things together. It's only a small amount of men in these days and time that have a whole list of things that a lot of women look for. So these days, women got to understand, what do I have to offer for the type of man that it is that I want? You're not, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to, well, I would say 10 times out of 10, you're not going to get everything that you want from someone. You're just not. It's just not possible. It's not a possible situation. You have to understand, okay, I'm willing to go without this, that, and the other, but these are the things that I need. The one thing that a woman should always need is a man who's able to provide or is moving in a direction where he's better in himself in order that he can provide. You know what this is? Someone is chatting me on here, but they're on here also. All right. So if we get anybody who want to join, just send a request so you could join in right now. And what I want to know what is your level that you're at right now, and what type of man do you want to be fit for? And with that said, what are you willing to do to get that type of man? You can't just be you. A lot of people think they could just come to the party, meaning they just show up that, here I am, this is what I look like, take me as I am. More women these days focus on their outer beauty, and a lot of times it's not their actual beauty. They focus so hard on that instead of focusing on what's going on the inside. While men are steadily focusing on how to get themselves financially stable in order to provide and take care of a family. And when I always talk this way about these particular men that I know of, like my friends are that. So we are pretty much all the same. I always talk to the middle and up. Are we at the upper between maybe? Are we at the elite? Not at all. Are we working our ways there? Way there? Absolutely. But being already married, you don't have those issues because y'all grow together in this. But when you're single, how are you going to get what it is that you truly desire in life? What work are you going to do within yourself to get it? It's funny that no matter where you go, no matter where you go in this world, women all over have been taught that get your education first. That is the absolute wrong way to go about finding a mate for life. You could get your education. Yeah, you need basic foundational education, high school, whatever it is, even some junior college or college if you want to go to. But you still have to understand that as the year goes by, time is ticking. You can't think that what you have at 20 years old, then you steadily focus on your education and that alone, and not a man at 30 years old, that those same men at 20 years old when you was 20 are going to be available to you when you're 30. That really doesn't happen. Like we discussed the other night, 10 years apart, you got a whole new crop of women who were 10 years old when you was 20. And now you're 30, they're 20. So now men who are putting themselves together, they're in their late 30s, 40s, and some in their 50s even. They're going for them 20 years olds now. The women who are 20, their eyes are solely focused on that. We look for beauty in women. We look for beauty and submissiveness in women. We look for a woman to be cooperative, to listen, to know how to follow instruction. That's what most men who are about creating and building things. Now, if you want to talk about the lower level, you could be whoever. You could be loudmouth. You could be disrespectful. You could be all that, and they would still take you. They would still be with you. But that's as far as you're going to get. And this behavior is learned over a course of time. And if you're like this, by the time you're 30, 40, you can't get rid of that. That's basically who you are. And we know this as men. That's basically who you are. So that's why a lot of men, when they get themselves financially ready to be able to take care of a family, they don't want 40 years old. They don't want people in 35. All right, we got, let me see who this is. Okay, I don't see anything. Where are you? Simply, simply Jack, Jacinta. If I'm saying it correctly. You're on, but we don't see you. Turn your camera on. All right, you're gonna have to do whatever it is, fix whatever it is that you're doing. So again, learned behavior is over a course of time. Your attitude will determine the type of man that will allow himself to marry you. If you want to be ratchet out here running your mouth in the streets and all this, that, and the other, that's fine. But you know what type of men are available to you, and you should know what type of men that are not available to you. This is not really rocket science. It's really easy to figure out, but most men don't want to figure it out. They don't want to know the truth. Most men understand their plight in life. They understand. I don't have no money. I don't have anything going on for me. So the only thing that I got to go is the lower level females, the ones who got baby daddies all over the place. They know that. Just like men who are middle class know that, okay, I'm looking to have a middle class family that I can provide for, send my kids to school, do nice things, go on vacations, do whatever, have a joyful life, working my 9 to 5. And that's who they are. They know that. So they're not going to deal with that lower class woman. They're going to deal with someone on their level, just like with the upper and the elite. Let's see if you on here now. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. So anyway, we're going to upload this to YouTube like we do every night or the night after. And definitely want to hear your comments and all. She like, can you see me now? No, dear, I can't see you. You gotta hit the request. You gotta send a request for me to see you. So I really don't know what it is that she's trying to do other than send a request. That's all you have to do, because I can't send it. At least I don't think so. Actually, I can. So you can tell them I'm new to this. Now I can't see you there. Turn your camera on. Can't see nor hear you. I can see you typing. Can't hear you nor see you. All right. So what we do this live on Instagram, and then we upload to our YouTube. Also, when we're not doing this on Instagram, you can find us on our Facebook Live. You can find us on our YouTube Live. So we're just asking questions. We're trying to bring about a discussion so that all this gender wars and all this stuff, we could put this stuff to an end. I mean, because everything is so out of hand, especially within the Black community. Everything is completely out of hand right now. So, there, you're gonna have to fix whatever network problem you're having. So, yeah, I don't. She's trying to join, but there we go. Now we got you. Now we got you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nigeria. My name is Jacinta.
What part of Nigeria are you in?
I'm in Anambra, Igbo State.
Igbo or Ido? Ido like EDO, right?
No, Igbo.
Okay, okay.
IBO.
All right. Igbo. Oh, got you. See, I dated an Ido,
Yeah.
so that's why I asked. But yeah, tonight we're talking about what level are you? Do you know what it means when people ask what level are you?
What love? Mm, not really though, but what do I have to say? Okay. Come again. Like, pardon, ask your question again.
When these days, females, everybody wants this special man that is tall, dark, handsome, 6-pack and 6 figures, rich men, beautiful and handsome men. But women don't want to look at the other side of the mirror. Like, what do you have to offer? Let me ask you this first. Are you single?
Yeah.
Do you ever want to be married?
Yeah, I want to be married, yeah.
How old are you right now?
I'm 21.
All right, perfect age, perfect age. So this is how it goes. At the age of 21, facial wise, what would you give yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
At the age of 21.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
your face. Facial wise, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Your face.
Okay, I'm going to rate myself from 1 to 7. Yeah.
A 7. All right, I could go with that. I would have gave you the same. How tall are you?
I'm not too tall.
So
I'm
let's
not
say
too tall,
5'3",
and
5'4".
I'm average.
Average. Average height, average weight.
Yeah.
What about your weight? Average weight?
Okay, my weight, I weigh 60.
60 kg?
Yeah.
I don't even I don't even know what that is in pounds right off the top of my head. Because you know here in America we don't go by no kg. It's all about pounds over here, baby. It's all about the pounds. But all right. So I will give you a 7 also. Now, if I was God and you came to me and said, God, this is the type of man that I want to marry, what would he be? Just run it down to me real quick.
The type of man I want to marry. I'll go for a God-fearing person, someone that is very understanding, someone that has something doing, like something tangible doing,
Meaning
someone that, ah,
meaning
yeah,
you set
someone that has,
goals
yes,
in life.
someone that is good looking. Yeah,
At
you
least
have
you
to be
honest
good
about that.
looking.
See, a lot of women be lying. They be like, "Oh, it really doesn't matter." No, and damn well they be lying on themselves. All right, does he have
No.
to be a certain height?
Um. Okay, let me finish. You have to have something tangible doing. You have to look good, even though you might not be facially all that handsome, but you just have to look good, like presentable,
I get
physically
you.
okay. Yeah. Then you have to, let me say, height. You don't have to be short. I hate short people. You don't have to be
I don't
short.
know. I don't know what women got against short men. I see a lot of short men with wives, so I don't. But
Yeah.
that's
You
neither here
don't
nor
have
there.
to be short. Yeah, you don't have to be short. And you have to tolerate, like learn how to tolerate. Yeah. You must have to be
See,
patient.
you see. Why would a man have to? Okay, if this man is all these things that you said he has to have something going for himself, meaning that he's financially capable to do the things that you want to see a man be able to do, right?
Yeah.
But yet you want him to tolerate your behavior, right?
No, it's not like I have a bad behavior.
So what do you mean by tolerate?
At least not nagging too much.
Hold up, but aren't women the ones who nag a lot?
A lot of them nags, most men, when they don't have liquidity in their hands, they tend to turn to a tiger, nags, and get pissed at any slighted opportunity,
See,
like
but I call that the 4 levels. We have, like here in the US, I call it, we have the lower, the middle, the upper, and the elite. The lower class are the weak men who don't have anything going on for themselves. So they accept whatever they can get, whatever type of woman they can get. They're nothing special. And we have the middle class who are your average men who are providers and live a basic life. Vacations twice a year, so forth, car, house, whatever. Your network. And let's see if she can get back. All right, there you go. You hear?
was really bad. I didn't hear you. Pardon.
Oh.
Come again.
So the type of man you're talking about, some people here refer to it as a beta male. Beta male are the ones who are 9 times out of 10 raised by single women. So they grow up with female emotions, acting like a female, always nagging and bitching like women do. So we refer to that as a beta male. They're not strong. They're not strong males. The other one that they use, a term that I don't even like to use, but they use it called alpha males. So you got beta and you got alpha. The alpha are the builders, the ones who are strong, the ones who don't take no shit, but they take care of their home and they take care of their wife and they take care of their kids and they make sure they're well protected and nobody gonna fuck with them. That's what an alpha male is. So what you just went on about is a beta male. Have you dated beta males before?
No,
So
no.
have you dated before at all? Go ahead.
Okay, no, I've not.
But you
I've
have
never
dated
dated.
before.
No, 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 no,
Not since high school to now at 21. You've never dated anyone.
no.
Is that the truth?
I'm Like, I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
All right. So is it fair to say you're a virgin?
You don't have to
That's a
be
no.
that. Are you?
That's, that's a no right there.
Like, really, when
No,
people
cool,
ask you that
cool, cool,
question,
cool,
and
cool.
when people ask you that question and you answer, you say no, that's the first thing they're going to ask you. Why?
Because I'm trying to like get who you are. That's all. Everything's a mindset. I'm trying to get where your mind is at, like how you carry yourself. That's all. I'm no judge or jury. I'm not judging anything. I'm just asking questions for the audience. The guys that's listening that's going to see this are going to be the ones that want to know more than I do.
So I actually have to be in a relationship. Like, it has something to do with being a virgin or not.
Yeah. So you haven't found any men that you feel are qualified to for you to become a wife to yet?
Yeah, let's just say that. Yeah, not in my
But
taste. Hmm?
not to your taste. And you already said what your taste is. So your level, I'm gonna tell you what your level is. You want to hear it?
I want to hear.
I'm
Go
gonna tell
on.
you. Your level is middle, and I'm gonna tell you again what middle is. Middle is you're a 7. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 7. I said, okay, I agree with that. Your level's a middle, meaning that the man that you're fit for is a man who is a middle class earning. In America, that man is about $50,000 earner a year. I can't even translate what it is in naira. I lived in Nigeria for so long, I should be able to do this. But so $50,000 a year a man, meaning that you get a house, you get 2 cars, a car for you, a car from him, and your kids more than likely go to public school. But maybe if you do some work on the side, some part-time work or work up from home, you could have a chance to send your kids to private school. How many children would you like to have?
Okay. First of all, it's not like I'm going for the money. I'm a lady that wants to be financially capable on her own. Yeah, like, I would love to have my own money way before my husband's own. I want to make
So
my
how are
own
you going to do
money.
that? At the age of
Mm?
21, how are you going to do that?
Yeah, I already started building.
How long that's going to take you to get to where you want to go? To have
I
this,
don't really know. I don't really know, but I know that it only takes hard work and consistency. I'm going to get there. I'm still a student though, yeah, in the university, but I own a skincare brand, though it's just a newbie, like I just started. So I intend going way higher.
okay, but to go way higher, you say consistency, hard work, that takes years and years. You know that, right?
Yeah, I I don't want it to be that far because my plans, I intend to skyrocket so far. Like, I don't want it to be that far. 16 years or so.
Nothing is guaranteed in life. But what can be, let me ask you this. Why do women like you always feel that? See, my own, she used to talk like this when I came along to her, when I met her, when I left Nigeria and went to Ghana. She said the very things that you're saying right now. It's like, why do you feel it necessary to have your own money before you meet your husband?
No, like, it's not like it's a priority. Do you get? It's not like it's not a priority that I must. It's not like it's a must that I must have a money before, but I just want to. Like, it's just what I want. But if it doesn't happen that way, then that is it.
Uh,
Do you
you
get the
do
point?
understand that you do understand that men who are able to provide, they don't really care about a woman's money. They don't give a damn about what money you already made before you met them. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I know, and that's the reason. I don't just want to serve as a liability to anybody. I don't just want to be
Do you
a
listen?
liability to
Listen to what it
anybody.
is that you're saying. I want a husband, but I don't want to be a liability to him. How in the hell can you be a liability to a man? That's what I don't get. I'm trying to get through that. How can you financially be a liability to a man when I just said you're middle, meaning middle class? Middle class men are providers. A middle class man don't need his woman to financially do anything. He needs her to be a woman in the home. Why can't y'all women today just look towards life and be like, look, my place is being a woman in the home and allow allow my husband to provide for us. If I choose to go out and make something on the side to bring it into the house, albeit that's a bonus. But that shouldn't have anything to do with you being a liability. The only way you could be a liability financially is by messing with men who don't have anything going for themselves. But you said you're not going to deal with such a man. So how can you be a liability?
Maybe because here they change the narrative a lot. Maybe I've not met that kind of person, because every other person you meet makes you feel like you're some sort of a liability if you don't have any tangible something doing for yourself.
Men here,
So
men here who look for wives, like I said, I'm talking from the middle class and up. Men here who look for wives, they don't give a damn about what a woman makes. Our job is this, to take a woman based on her beauty and her ability to be submissive, and then provide and care for her and have kids, reproduce with her, and grow together. That's the whole objective of life. But y'all don't seem to get it these days, the younger ones. Y'all worrying about everything else.
they are really changing the narrative here. I wish I could
You,
meet
but
such
you allowing
people.
them to change the narrative. You allow them to change the narrative. Nobody should be able to change something that you already know is right. And even though their narrative is wrong, that you want to go along with it. Let me ask you this. What is the sole purpose of a woman in this world? What did God put you here for?
I don't really know.
You have a mom and dad, right?
Yeah, I have a mom.
You didn't grow up with your dad?
I grew up with him. He's late.
Oh, okay. So your mother is still around.
Yeah, it's just hard.
All right, but your mother was there and you had your father at one point. Why is it that you being in Nigeria don't understand, and you saying you believe in God and you God-fearing, right? So why is it that your mother, and this is disappointing, why is it that your mother have spoken to you, told you that your sole purpose on this earth is to be Eve to Adam? Your purpose is to be a helpmate for a husband, and you're supposed to find a husband at the age in your early 20s. That's how life works. What you see on
Yeah.
TV, social media, those people, what outcome they're going to have, they're going to reach the age of 40 years old and be what you see today with the old ladies, grown old with nobody to take care of them and got nothing to depend on. That's them. These women today are waiting too long to get married, and that is a problem. You're at the age of 21. Your focus should be on, who am I going to marry? What productive man am I going to marry in order to grow a family? If you wait till you're 30, you got to now compete with the other 21-year-olds. When you was 21, you was at your best. When you're 30, most men don't want to marry a 30-year-old woman. They just don't. You should know this. You know
Being
men. Go ahead.
being submissive is not a problem. The problem is being with someone that will understand you and not take your submissive for being a liability, just like here in Nigeria. That's the
Okay,
way they feel.
see, I get
That's
that.
the way they
I
think.
I know Nigerians. I've dated so many of them in Nigeria, but I know Nigerian men. I got a lot of friends who are Nigerian. So I get what you mean when you're talking about liability. Like, Nigerian men do tend to be more harder on their women than other men. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they will be like, you just take everything from them. You don't have anything to offer. Like, even when you are so good, even when you're submissive, even when you're perfect, but they will just put it that you don't have anything tangible. You don't have anything to bring on the table. So that is it.
The things that a woman has to bring to the table that men want, productive men in society, builders, they want women who are feminine, women who are fit, meaning their shape is nice, at least average at best. You understand? They want women who
Yeah.
could cooperate and follow instructions. When I, as your husband, tell you something, here, this is what we're going to do. You follow along. I don't want bickering back and forth. You follow. You see that I'm already productive in what it is that I'm doing before I even chose you. So your trust is supposed to be put in me. That's what men want. They don't want to be nagged all day. They just want their woman to follow them and allow them to be men, allow them to be providers and protectors. That's what men want who are from middle and up. So if you are that, see your network. I hope we ain't lose her. Oh, we might have lost her. All right. Anyway, anyway, we'll see if we could get her back. If not, probably her credit ran out. That's how it works over in Nigeria or whatever. But yeah, as I was explaining to her, what she's saying is that the men over there think that you're a liability because you don't bring anything to the table. I mean, what else is a woman supposed to bring? But her looks, her ability, not her ability, but her being feminine by her nature from the time that she was a child, being taught to be feminine, being fit, being friendly, being cooperative, and listening to instructions. That's what a woman is supposed to bring to the table. Anything outside of that is really, it's not necessary, you know. Financial, whatever, is a bonus. We don't need your education. We don't need you being a college graduate. We don't need none of that stuff. It's like y'all want to take what it is from us and become that yourselves. So I actually want to get her, she's saying the network back. I actually wanted to go into something else with her. And because this whole message that I'm getting out there is the whole point of this discussion that I'm having every single night now is that I truly believe in order to empower us as a people, being Black people, we have to start linking up with each other. And the one way that we do that, that will solve a lot of issues and strengthen us at the same time, is by intermarrying. That means what I promote is Black American men marrying African women, and primarily West African, because I understand West African women more so than Southeast or wherever else. So the whole benefit of this channel is that we start promoting Black American men to begin to look into the possibilities of marrying our African sisters. There's benefit for both sides, as I always say. The man get the benefits by having a link to Africa, being able to go there, use the resources, build companies, be a builder. Whatever you could do over here, you could do it over there 10 times better. Being a builder, the women get the benefit of being under the man's authority and being provided for. The children that comes out of that marriage get the benefit of both America and Africa, to be dual citizenships and be able to build in both places and strengthen us as one people. So this is all about marrying our African sisters, Black American men marrying and providing for our Black African sisters. So I see Deanna, if you want to join in, send a request, or I could send one to you. Let me see if I can get you. See, it says Deanna. I don't know how this, I'm still new to this thing, so I'm going to have to bear with me. Let's see if we can get up back one more time. Yeah, I know. You say your network is bad. See if you can get on. See if it works one more time. If not, we can pick it up another night. What time do we do? All right. So I think our network is completely off the rails right now. So once again, we're gonna keep doing this, and if you see this here on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you tell a friend. Get on here, join. Let's discuss this. Let's get you shown. Let's get you in a conversation, and let's get you hooked up so that, hey, you have options. At least you have options. I'm not saying that, hey, it's for you to marry a Black American man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Open your opportunities. Don't just be linked into your country alone. This is why we have the internet. This is why we have technology today, to be able to advance ourselves and advance our opportunities. So this is just another way to advance your opportunities in life. You don't have to be stuck where you are. I'm here to help. I'm here to be a spokesperson for this. So, like I said, oh wow, hour going by so fast. Time flies. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see you here, hopefully by God's grace, tomorrow night, same time. We moved it up to 6 p.m. every day to do this live, to do our live, because now that we're networking with everyone on the continent, you know, it's late over there. By now it's 1 a.m., going on 1 a.m. So I want to be able to do this as early as possible. So after I get done everything that I'm doing throughout the course of my day, 5 o'clock I become free. And after doing my things I got to do in the house and with my company, my business, and after my work, this is when I'm available. So we're going to do this every night, Monday through Saturday. And hope to see you guys here. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share. Make sure you go to our YouTube and rewatch the video. And when you share with our YouTube or Instagram. We want to get our subscriber base up. So we could do a lot more, man. And once we move this to our YouTube, we're gonna be doing like one-on-ones with not just the girls who come on live, but with guys who would link up and come on live if they are interested in really speaking and getting to know you. So we're gonna do this, man. This is gonna be a matchmaking heavenly program that we're gonna do here. So like I said, man, tell a friend, because the time is now. Times is changing. It's time that we advance ourselves. And once again, we have to open our options and open our opportunities. And one way that we do that is by coming on this show and putting ourselves out there and seeing what God can make happen. So once again, this is Stephen D. Lyles here from Philly on the Marion Ghana show. One more time. So you guys like, share, subscribe. Our YouTube, Facebook, and our Instagram.